we go. Alright, it's fixed now. I'll even say, yeah, it's okay, good. I just needed to test that. So we're gonna try to develop a game engine. Something that I've done before. Let's see. Should be live now. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Let me just go check here. So, we're developing a game engine. Something that I have tried before. I will show you all of my failed attempts here. You can see there's quite a few here. I can scroll a bit further down. These were all the projects, but yeah, I've tried different things. There's some more down here that I've done. So yeah, I've tried many times before, but we're gonna create a new project. I'm gonna create a GitHub repo as well. Let's just go into project. Call this project. Do we have some catchy name that we can use for the engine? What about I don't know, we gotta come up with a good name for the engine. Should we call it Cubic or something like that? Cubic engine. We can call it Cubic engine. Yeah, we can locate it in C++ project. Create. Alright. So to start off, I have to go on learnOpenGL.com. Oh wow, it takes me to it immediately. Wow, that's nice. OpenGL, creating a window here. So I'm gonna use Glue, I think, instead of GLAD. I mean, we could use GLAD. Honestly, it does not matter at all. I don't really need that, as I don't have super many tabs open. I mean, it's only like 9 tabs, 10 tabs that I have open, so it's not that many. And either way, normally I don't have these two, so it's way less. It's only when I'm streaming I got these two open. So in reality, it's like 6 normally. 8 actually, 8 normally, which isn't a huge amount. I get that if I had like 100 or something like that, or like 20, which makes sense. But what is this button? I'm new to Brave. Oh, this shows the stuff that I'm seeing. That's pretty nice. I'm pretty new to Brave. I just moved, so I'm still getting used to it. But yeah, we should go and learn OpenGL, and then we should just download GLAD and GLFW. As for linking them up, I think we could build GLFW. But for the time being, I'm just gonna download the 64-bit binaries. So yeah. Come on, let me open it. There we go. It opened it twice. I think it's this is the include directory, so there should be no project files. And I would put them instead of the header files. Here we go. It contains all of the header files that we need. Oh, actually, we should probably put them inside of an include directory in a folder. Include. Go to the C drive, C++ projects. I have so many projects, man. We should have an include directory for this. Include. And then a lib directory for any libraries that we might need. Although at the moment, I don't think we'll need any. We'll also need glad.c, but let's just include GLFW inside here. Go. Drag it into there. Then afterwards, I'm gonna go download GLAD. GLAD GL. Yeah, there we go, GLAD GL. This is like the most low level OpenGL load that exists. GL, we are going to use 3.3 for the time being. Core, and I think that's it. I don't think we need more. OpenGL, C++. Yeah, it should be it. Right. Glad.zip, this the include. Actually, glad.zip will come with it, so it should be fine. It's a bit slow to open files, but that's about it. That's the only downside I've noticed. Also, because this uses their own ad block software, it doesn't take forever to load ads like it normally would have. So that's a nice little thing. There we go. I think that's it when it comes to installing stuff. Now we just need to link it all together. I've done this many times before. It isn't that difficult. Let's see. When it comes to loading stuff like this up, we go right click properties. Not the project properties. This here we go, properties inside here. So there's many different places where you can do this. We probably want to do it within the linker, right? Additional dependencies right here. So I believe to get started with this, we gotta configure all. We're not gonna build it from source right now. Also, we should change it. It's only 64, so it's fine. But yeah, we should add additional dependencies here. I'll probably build it from source at some other point. But the default ones should do just fine for the time being. So anyways, we need GLFW3.lib. We need OpenGL32.lib. We need some other ones for Windows, but these I'm not going to include right now. It should automatically do that, and I think that's it. Hit OK, apply. General, we need to go. I think it's here where I actually need to go do that. Library directories. It's mainly include directories that I'm interested in right now. Browse, include. Okay. For library directories, it's pretty much the same thing. I'll just go on include it in lib. Hit OK. And there we are, we're good. That's it for the time being, I think. Now we should be able to include things. So let's go right click, make a main.cpp, and then go hashtag include. We want to include IO stream. we should have our system includes here. This is our system includes. I'm also probably gonna be using include list, and then here we have the other includes that we're going to have, which is going to be for everything else. So include GLFW slash GLFW3 dot h and hashtag include glad slash glad dot h. Now this stuff should probably be within a header file. So actually let's go back to our include directory. Include. We probably want to have our cubic engine have its own file, so cubic should have its own header. Cubic, and then inside here we should just create a new header. H. We also probably wanted to have a C++ file attached to it that we can go in and edit. So new cubic dot and that's it. This should just be added to this some external dependencies here. Yeah, we should be able to import it and open it up here. I should be able to add an existing item from the include directory here, because we want to be able to edit the I don't actually exactly know how to do this. It's not something that I do much, but it should be within the header file, but that's fine. I don't care much. I'm just going to delete this. So I assume it has to be, no, it has to be right in the same folder. So let's just go header file, add new item, cubic dot h, and source files will just add new item. Cubic.c++. Can move it up? No. Right. So yeah, let's see. I might consider saving this to Discord. Give me a second. I have a C++ stuff where I save stuff to. Wait, that's all I wanted to do for now. Let's see. Okay, so if this works correctly, I should just be able to include the header file. .h. And then I should use this to implement it. That's what I've been told, at least, that you should do. So, yeah, we got everything set up. Cubic has pragma ones, so that's good. Main, preferably cubic.h to import all of these. No, don't build it right now. Yeah, of course it's gonna fail. There's no main function. And then we're just gonna hashtag include cubic.h. Oh wait, this is cubic.h. Now we go in main return 0 and we're good. That wasn't that hard to do. We can test by running it. It failed. Do we need to include GLAD first? I don't actually remember. It's something like something like GLAD, or the OpenGL loader has to be included first, and then GLFW, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, it still fails. GLFW. Okay, I think this is because we need to include the DLL files. I did not do that, so then let's go GLFW. GLFW. Let's see. So there's 3 different ones, but we need this one for the library. And we'll go back to my folder again. C++, cubic engine, lib. We need this one here. I don't know exactly what the other ones are used for, but we also need the DLL for this. We are just going to put it here for now. And now it should be able to find the library. Yeah, again, no issues now. I found it, so that's good. I think we can start working on the actual engine now. So, yeah. For GLAD, we need to check if it exists. This stuff is, I think there's a faster way to do that. I think there's a guide somewhere, GLAD. Let's set up. I think somebody made, yeah, here we go. I think there's something like this right here. Okay, this is really slow. Let's just see. I know there's a guide somewhere on how to do this. No, I don't care. Alright, there has to be like a way to like initialize GLAD. I know that much. Yeah, here we go. This is the code that we need to use. Going on our cubic, we will, for the time being, we'll just have a namespace. We'll create some classes later on. Namespace, call it, what do we want to call it? Just call it cubic, and I think that's good enough, right? We'll just have like init glad or something like that, and it'll be a void. Actually, no, it'll be a init glad, and all of these run this. There we go. We'll also have a init GLFW. Now, the next thing that we need to do is set up GLFW. We need to set up GLFW first before we can set up GLAD, if I remember correctly. So we also need to have like one for GLFW window hints. Technically, we could create a class for this. So class, let's just call it window. And here we'll go and put anything that we need. So we can like go like void window hints. And it should take some parameters. Of course, I'm defining this stuff here. I actually should not be doing that. I should be doing that in the C++ file, like cubic init glad right here. If you were to do it properly, yeah. And this one should be how was they did again? I'm still new to this. Last time I didn't do this. Well, I can't find it. I'll just go to Discord really quick. A second. Discord. It's quite a nice guy. Okay, so let's go before. Let's go here. Then here we go and write it. Yeah, it should just be like that. But I guess namespaces is an exception. You don't do that there. I'm assuming this is what classes specifically. Because I'm not sure if this actually works with oh no, you type int. Okay. So we go int. Yeah, there we go. It works now. Okay. Int cubic. There we go. This is how you should do it. Go back here. Delete this. Just needed to initialize stuff. That's all. Window hints. It's the same thing. It is able to find the definitions for these. That's nice. But if we go back here, we can go up here. Void window, then go window hints, and here we go. So our main thing that we'll need to do is include the parameters. So it will need for each type of window hint. There's 3 types. There's the int there's the So this is the OpenGL major version, OpenGL minor, and the profile that we need to do. So we need to copy these. Then we need to go over here and paste, and then we just call GLFW, and we just need to call the window and like this. So this is for Mac. I assume there's a way to like check if you're on Mac. Here we go. Yeah, we need to define these. So yeah, I'm not too used to using these actually. In this case, we only have what operating system they're using. But I haven't actually looked too much into in C++ specifically. So yeah. So in this case, we could just have a variable that is set. So if it's true, then I don't know, have some variable. I don't know how it detects that, but yeah. But if we go, and then we go, in this case we only cap out if define underscore Apple underscore for Apple, that's what it is right here. You got underscore Mac alternative to for all Apple OS, and then afterwards. Oh, and if the find yours need to include those. So it should just be what. Then in that case, we can set a. We can create a int OS. We don't need to define it. We can just set it here. So like, call like user OS, and then user OS is equal to. We can have it be something, I guess. In this case, we could use a string, but integers would be faster to use for this. So in this case here, you'll see we got a so OS, and like I don't know, we can have one for Windows as well. We don't really need one for actually we only need to check if it's Apple, so just go Apple OS and we can make it a bool instead. So when we go OS is equal to true, and then we can just check here. So was, oh, I forgot. This is not Python. Then in that case, go when this code ready. And if it's not, I think we just need to run this, right? Because this is the GL profile that you need, right? So this just tells what GL open, GL for compatible. I don't know if you need both or not. We'll just include both just in case. So undo, and then we'll just go like this. I hope this is correct, but I don't have an Apple device. I do have an Apple device, so I could test it, but it doesn't matter so much, I think. There we go. And when it comes to initializing GLFW, it's, well, in this case you just call GLFW init. I don't believe it returns anything. Oh, it returns an integer, so in this case we just go and have it be like an F statement or something like that. If GLFW then if it returns, I don't actually know what it might return. -1 GLFW init. There should be some documentation on it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so yeah, if not GLFW, then we will just go see how. GLFW. And that's it. Or else we'll just, and then we will return -1, return 0, and that's it. We can also here have one for, so we're just defining a bunch of functions. We can have void GLFW, and this will terminate GLFW. Yeah, terminate. We need a void cubic terminate GLFW. And here we'll just call terminate GLFW. Terminate GLFW. Call it there. That's all we need to do. So yeah, now we can go on our main and we can call we want to initialize GLFW first, and then we want to provide it. Then we want to check if then we want to go return -1. And then if then afterwards we need to define a window head. So window cubic, we need to go yeah, we need to create a new instance of windows. So go window window is equal to, they have the new window, so I guess we can do this, right? I mean, technically we could just make it part of the initializer for it. So when you initialize a window, you specify the window hints. So instead we can go like this, and then we can have that basically be window hints. So it's a little easier to deal with that. Cubic, now it's just going to be a window. That's all. It doesn't create the window, it just, I mean, it should also create the window. Alright, can't be void then. So it will also create the window. So yeah, although how did he do that again? I forgot. Yeah, I mean, it should work like that, but do we need to define window as a like this? What? Yeah, we do need to do that. And it does seem to find it, so it's a bit strange. Oh, wait, I know. We're gonna copy these, put them inside there. That's fine. There we go. There we go. We could also obviously create the window here, but you know, and then have like the window hints be specified somewhere else, but yeah. You know what? I don't know. Should it be like we also create the window here? Because the window has many parameters. But to keep it simplified, I think these are the three most important ones. So at the moment they're not necessary, meaning we could technically just do that and also create the window. By the way, we should have a variable for the window class. These should be public. And then we should have a one for a variable called window that should contain the window. Just make it equal to null. It should be of type GLFW window. And it should be equal to, it should be a pointer as well. Pointer, it's called GLFW window. That's fine. Can we just have it be equal to a null pointer for the time being? They're generally speaking better to have them equal to, so yeah. And that's all we'll do. So yeah. Now the good question is, should we create a window here, or should we not? Because in reality we could just add 3 more parameters here. Let's just do that. Let's see what variables does GLFW create window take. I think it's like this actually. Oh wait, is it? Or is new actually correct? I think this is correct. I don't remember, but we just need OpenGL underscore me. I forgot what it was. GLFW context major version major 3, and then yeah, it should be GLFW oh, actually it's under something else. It's in the profile, right? Core profile there. That's the profile that I want to use. So yeah, that's it. It's OpenGL core profile. So this is correct. That should be it though. This is of type int, I think. Yeah, okay, we don't need to specify new here. Either way, we would, on normal circumstances, only need one window object, but we can add some extra parameters here. For GLFW create window, I don't actually remember what GLFW create window. Then let's just see it. There ints and it's a const char, so we can just go in web in height and then a const char title. That's it. Copy this. We already got this one, so we don't need it to be included. There we go. And now we need to include some more parameters. So I think it's what, 800 by 60, and this one is just a title. In this case, we can leave this as being like cubic for the time being. So this initializes GLFW. Is it 2 L's or 1 L? I was just 2 L's, but maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Here it only uses 1, so yeah. I forgot if there's no. I think it is initialized with 1L. So yeah, it's with 1L. This the window, that's what it does. Window shouldn't, under normal circumstances, I think, fail, but afterwards we can check if window is equal to a null pointer. If it is, then in that case it failed to initialize, so we can just return -1. We should probably have like some way of telling if no, it should do that. Here we go. Okay. Then afterwards, we need to go GLFW create window, and this window should contain the stuff that we need from. And we need to pass through the height, the title, and then null and null. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh, I see. Here we go. I forgot to add one of these. There we go. Okay, so this handles window heads. And this quits the window. And that's all we really need to do. So all we need to do is set window equal to this, and that should be it. Yeah. And then afterwards, we also need to check if window is actually no. Yeah, if window is equal to null. Is actually this would set it, wouldn't it? This needs to be a pointer, doesn't it? Doesn't window need to be a pointer? By default, it's equal to null pointer, but I think if it fails, it returns null. So in reality, it would be better off checking for null here, which in this case can just be checking for 0 because null is always equal to 0. And if it is, then we just set window to null pointer. And we, because null pointer is superior, I've heard that it's superior, so we might as well just set it back to null pointer. So, yeah. And then one last fail to fail to create the window. It's something I've done so many times. There we go. And I think that's it for the time being, right? I haven't gotten any comments. So let's say we need to also have a function for making the context current. So make current, we can just call it like void make current or something like that. Make current context or something like that. It doesn't need to take in any parameters. We'll just go here. Up with the window. Let's go window make context, and then we'll go and so the next thing. Oh wait, it has to be void. The next thing that we need to go and do now is go GLFW make context current, and we need to pass for the window. That's it. We should write some comments for these two. This right here. And this. And this. That's it. So, yeah, we should also have some sort of documentation here. Can I create a new folder? Let's see. There should be a create button somewhere here, right? I can't find it. Maybe if we go down. No. Oh yeah, here we go. I can add a folder. New solution folder. No, I don't need to add a folder here. I forgot how do you do this? There's a way to add things to this part right here, isn't there? Yeah, add right there. No, you can add a new folder. Do I really need to add a new folder to the solution? Well, I want to know why it creates it though. GLFW. Need to go. Civil Plus projects, engine. See, why does he create these folders? Add new solution folder. Just call it something. Okay, I don't know why it adds them. That is not good. Doesn't seem as if it adds it to here, so yeah, we should figure out what to do that. Maybe I mean, I guess on the source files it would add that to be that. That's a new filter. That's not what we're searching for. We're searching for creating folders. There's a way to create folders. I know that, right? If there isn't, that would not be fun. Yes, that's the problem. Like, I want to get them on the disk as well, so I guess I have to create them here and then add them. So we have like a cubic docs, and then we create a file inside here with like the empty. Yeah, there we go. And then I go inside here and I go like click add. I could just add an existing item from cubic docs. So here we go. Why are these not part of the source files? Yes, they are. Why does it disappear here? It's a markdown file. It's meant to contain the documentation for it. Oh, that's fine. It's a decent solution, I guess. It just means that when we write to it, it writes to the disk instead, so that's nice. Overview. We can locally check to be sure. I really should move to Linux at some point. The answer is yes, it does write to it, so that's good. So I don't exactly know. We should preferably keep like the here we can have the API, and then after we can have like the what was it called? Cubic docs right here. Then we can have like a name space cubic, and here we can have a cubic init. Let's see. I might wonder if we put some of this here, just reorganize things a little. So GLAD comes after GLFW. No, don't build the solution right now. Yeah, it failed. Of course it's gonna fail, you know. So the next step would be to go cubic init GLFW, and I'm gonna mark it as a bit further down. So in the GLFW, we should write a description for it. And then we should have some sort, then we should have like, I don't know, returns or something like that, which goes on what it returns. So it returns 0 if and then -1, I think, if GLFW and after this we want to go cubic GLAD for the GLAD stuff. And this one will also always return just 0 -1. And -1 if. Actually, in this case, I know because I wrote these functions. So if GLAD didn't successfully initialize, if GLAD successfully initialized, if GLAD didn't successfully initialize. There we go. The next one is just terminate. Cubic terminate GLFW. We should keep the type here as well, so int. These are both integers. This one is void. And then just terminate GLFW. And that's all it is. So that's a very simple overview of the cubic namespace. And for instance, we can go grab this. If you're interested, we can go to view how it looks. I already did some tests here, but if I go start writing, as you can see, let's solve this right here. In this case, this was just to test out some. Oh wait, no, this is new. Skip paste. But here's how it will end up looking. And it looks quite nice. I like how it looks. Yeah. I used to not put these as hashtags, but I changed that because it looked really bad. Like, imagine if all of these were not hashtags. Okay, in this case, imagine if they're all like this. What did I do? I think I made them bold. How the fuck did you do that? I forgot how you make them look bold. There we go. Yeah, I would make them all bold, I think. I don't remember, but I got some documentation somewhere about that, so yeah, but it looked really fucking terrible. And I didn't like that, so I changed it. But yeah, how long have we been live now? For about an hour. It's not bad. So main, we have created a window. Now we should make it current. So go window dot make context current, and I don't actually know if it's gonna work now. See, I've never split this header files up before, so this will be interesting to see how well this will work. Okay, it did fail. Score import. Right. We got an idea of what's the problem. Okay, this we can fix right now. There's an unreferenced symbol here. I don't know. I think they updated the loader, right? So, yeah, okay. Why is Brave suddenly not working? Oh no, this is DuckDuckGo. Did my internet go? It's still streaming just fine here, so... What? No, just go like... Okay, I can't search for that. No, I can't search for this. Now it works, okay. I don't actually know if they changed it or not. Oh, okay, I gotta add GLAD.c, that's why go. Project, name, right click, add existing item, and go select GLAD.c. So this should work, right? Okay, I think that got rid of that problem. Now, we got some other ones to go take a look at. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Oh shit! Why is it broken now? GLFW. It can only find those, so yeah. Here we go, I found something. Configuration manager, build, apply, just debug. Yeah, I don't know what's the problem right now. Maybe it's because so in this case it's set to 64, so it's weird. In this case it is set for 64, but I don't actually know how well. We could try changing it to the 32-bit version because it might run better, but just give me a second. There was this one guy who, I forgot his name, but who goes about to set it up. We could. This guy. Here we go. Scroll down to the first video. He goes about to set up things. And then we can figure out what he has. So, alright. I do have 64-bit selected, so this is weird. So it's a bit weird why it's not working. I've never had this issue before, but let's take a look at the other issues. Because the rest seems to be related to these functions right here, so yeah. Did we get the static overlays one? That is a good question. Let me check. This would be GLFW, so maybe searching GLFW might get us somewhere. Don't close. 2022. Is the MT one. I assume this is the but that shouldn't be a problem, right? Yeah, GLFW 3.lib should be fine. So that shouldn't be a problem in this case. But it is strange that this is a problem now. Just will it? This is stupid. I never had this issue before until now. Should be the debug library though. Okay. They're compiled with a different runtime library, which is not good, but I only have one DLL, which is GLFW, so it shouldn't be a problem, but we can go and check just to be sure. It's under here, right? Code generation, here we go. Let's see. Runtime library. The part is like it. So I assume that it's the DLL that's not working properly. But we could delete the DLL and fix it, so I'm assuming the DLL file is causing the problem. So let's just go and delete it then. I'm just used to including it from my days using Visual Studio Code for this. But if we don't actually need it, that's fine. Actually, this might be the non-static DLL. I believe they come with both static and non-static DLLs, and if we selected a non-static DLL, that could be why. In this case, it just comes with one DLL, so it's kind of difficult, but fuck it, we'll just delete it. It shouldn't be of concern. Okay, this should fix that error. And it did not fix that error. That is interesting. Can I try rebuilding this solution? Okay, it still failed. Still has that error. Let's go for this video really quickly. Just building it. So I actually don't know what's causing the problem anymore. Because I have done everything that I need to do. And I've done this many times, and this is the first time caused this issue. So it's quite difficult to see what could be causing this problem. Alright, so this fucking sucks already. Alright, we gotta use this one instead. So the precompiled files. Alright. So we can try that. I assume that might work. Just look at this folder. I don't need it right now. We could also just build it ourselves. I get CMake installed, so it wouldn't be much of a, wouldn't take a huge amount of time to just build it. To generate it, we need the source code and W. What's the introduction? Isn't there like the download source package? There we go. Go for now. I don't know how far are they to. They're almost done with 3.4. But yeah, now we got 2 of them open. This seems to be the pre-built one. This seems to be the source code. So let's go copy this into a folder. Just go C drive, click GLFW. There we go. And now we're gonna go build. I do have CMake installed, so go drag build into that. CMake. I do know how this works. Okay. Browse for the source folder should be inside of C GLFW. Is this here? Yeah, okay. Select this folder. Want to build the binaries here. And that should be it. I don't know. Do you build with 2019 or 2022? I might need to install Visual Studio. I think this would work fine. It's working on something now. There we go. This should be fine. This is the default generate. Oh wait, I gotta configure generate. It's just gonna be generate then. I mean, I could just delete whatever's inside here, really. And redo this entire thing. Where's the bell? Just go delete tree. Then go. I just emptied the build folder. Go configure. Hit finish. It will configure some files. And then once it's done, we will reconfigure it again. Configure and then generate. There we go. So this should work, but I'm not actually sure if it's compatible with 2022. I know last time I tried it was not compatible, so it will be interesting to see if it's still compatible with it. It's interesting to see if it's compatible. Well, time to figure that out now. If it fails to build, I'll have to install 2019. Oh, it succeeded. That's nice. I remember that at some point it wasn't able to build for Visual Studio 2022. But it seems as if they fixed that. Yeah, I think since it was right, then GLFW. Debug, and here we go, we have it right there. Go into main folder, GLFW, it's not here. Nope, it's C++ projects, let's see. Lib, I think. Wait, yeah, lib. Delete this and replace it with this one right here. So now I've actually built the entire thing. Oh, and it works now. So I guess that was the issue. The pre-compiled ones just did not work properly. This is the first time I've run into an issue like that. But yeah, sometimes you're just better off compiling it yourself to fix these issues. Anyways, next step would be to get OpenGL installed. That is the final thing I'm going to get installed. I just released a new update, so yeah. But this is the last thing we have to install, and then we're done. So yeah. Beyond this, though, I gotta look here. There's some guides online for this. I think this is a good place for that. So these are the files that we need in this case. I'll just paste them into the folder and include them as I did here. So some of them will go as header files and others will go as but I do know that there's a MGI setup guide made by the same guy. Here we go. And I just go on YouTube. I mean, oh yeah, I should do. So we're going to create a filter. Alright, we just need a bunch of filters, I guess. We can go in and create add a new filter. GUI to GUI. And I assume that for this we could just copy in all of these right here. C++ files, go into the first filter, GUI. Why won't they let me drag them into the... Yeah, it's not letting me do that. That is really weird. Shouldn't it be able to do that? Apparently not. I guess I have to extract it first. Copy, and then go into my downloads, go and click. I could just have pasted it all. Now here I should be able, I don't need the demo one actually, just these ones right here. That should be the files. So I should just be able to drag them. Yeah, now it works. See? It's strange, but now it works. So this is for MGI. I'm gonna go get the license for it into the Cubic Engine folder as well. And for the header files, it's just up there. So we also need the header files, backends. We need the GLFW C++ files, C++ OpenGL. These are the two OpenGL files that we need. So go OpenGL. There we go. And then there's three header files. We'll need to include, and that's it. Then we'll need to go click, add some additional include directories. It should just be MGUI, right? MGUI. But it should be inside of the include folder, right? So in reality, maybe shouldn't we be including them inside of the project folder? But that makes much more sense to me to do it like that. Because in reality, that's what it should probably be. GUI. Then go, instead of including them all here, just go no, cancel, go delete all of these from here. Just select these two folders, go delete them. And then I'm going to include in the project itself. copy these header files, go to the Cubic Engine GUI. We're just going to include the C++ files here as well. I don't know where else really to include them. Matter of fact, then I just select them before. We don't need the demo in this case, so we can exclude it. And then go back to include. We go back. Gonna go find the other ones now. Backend's the final place that we need to be. GLFW, OpenGL. These are the 5 files that we'll need. And that should be it. We should add the C++ files to our source files though. So yeah, we'll need to add a bunch of items here, existing items. Let's go GUI, add like all of these right here. And for headers, it's the same thing. Just this time for all the header files. And in theory, this should work just fine. At the moment, but here we figure out if it actually will work or not. So above here we want to hashtag include, and we want to include multiple different ones. I think what we want to include, yeah, we need these ones right here. So yeah, slash ngui.h. I think right. Okay. Slash and then and also the loader as well. I mean, we might have to downgrade to a version that does not actually use OpenGL, but I don't actually know how it wants you to include this. At least the linker seems to work properly, so that's good. Yeah, but this is an old tutorial. We need one from like recent because they made their own one. But the alternative is just to downgrade to an older one. Yeah, this does seem to be that. Assuming it's possible to let's just download an older version. It's easier. MGI. There we go. It's just easier to use older versions that doesn't include its own loader that I can't always get to work properly. Like, if we just completely comment out GLAD, it will just stop working completely. Like, look, it will not work anymore. Everything will just break if we stop doing that. So, yeah, and we can't live without the loader because it requires the loader for it to load properly. Yeah, but it does run. It's just to give you a warning. I'm not too sure what that warning said, but it seems to work. Yeah, here we go. Oh, recursive on all control function will cause one-time stack overflow. What is this? It does actually work, just not including the loader, I guess. Don't know why, but it works. Strangely enough. Anyways, this will probably come back and haunt me later. Oh, whoa, yeah, okay, so yeah, it's actually GLFW terminate. But let's just continue with the tutorial. So for the input output, we need a class for that. So go header. Here we would need a class for the GUI. Pretty much everything can be public here. In fact, everything pretty much will be static. So yeah, static. Static, what should we call it? IO, and then we should want to pass through a GUI IO. GUI IO, and preferably a reference which is called IO. So yeah. So for this, we're just gonna create a static void GUI. Color style MGI, and we're gonna go for this one. We would want a we wanted to pass through, like, I don't know, just something that we can use for this. So I don't know, like what kind of color schemes are there? So like I guess by default we can just go like, I don't know, we can probably quite easily figure out what by going and copying this. Go over here, go void GUI, and then call style MGI, go. It's static. Static as well. Oh, you don't need to specify that? That's pretty cool. Okay, nice. So from here we gotta figure out what kind of GUI style style colors doc. This is valid. What other style? There is it seems as if there's 3 different ones: classic, dark, and light. Let's just do like an int or something like that, and let's just have a couple of constants here. So const int is equal to 0. What style? I mean, color style light is equal to 1. And just have them pass through one of these variables. Technically, it's kind of like waste because we don't use these so frequently, but you know, if you want to change it at some point, so in this case we just want to go int color style, and we want to go int GUI style colors classic. Technically, can we make this a constant, something like that? GUI style colors doc. No, this one should be a light. Else if style is equal to 2, let's go stack and color there. Go copy this over in all right here. There we go. That's it. So yeah, that should handle that. If we want it, it should run just fine. No errors, and it does not run with any errors. So that's good. For main, we can just call that. There's also other stuff here. So instead of other place where we handle our cubic stuff, we want to have so you can handle this. But by default, I think we should just have like a init MGUI or something like that. So after this, you can go void init MGUI as well. QA. Let's go continue waiting on here. So after this, we probably want to go have the window class. Anyway, hashtag Hashtag, what kind of window classes do we have? We have just window itself, that window which contains a billion arguments. I mean, technically this is unnecessary because we should just have this be handled in like some other place. That is probably more appropriate for it, like in a separate function for here. So like void cubic window, then go paste and just go copy this video. And then we don't need to be too concerned about that. I deleted too much. I meant to only delete this. Good. We have to go back and update some stuff in a bit. But instead we can just keep it really short, like this video. Which in this case would be you know what I just realized? I just realized my build button is F5, which is the same I used to mute my mic with. That's gonna become annoying. Oh well, let's get back. So this is the width of the window. This is the height. The window. And this is the there isn't really much to write about them, so oh, and it's not return anything. Window. There we go. Cubic, we need to go back and change a couple of things. We now also have a void and also we no longer include all of this right here. Just that. That should fix those issues. But we have to go back and continue to write stuff here. let's see. This is the class window. Okay, good. For cubic, we need one for hence. In this case, that should be cubic. That and the window hence should be. Oh yeah, it's missing the variables that it takes. Oh shit, I pasted that into the wrong function. There we go, fixed. There we go. That's all it is, so there's nothing. There's also parameters. And then also so that should be it, I think. Let's see, what else do we need to get done now? There's the other window stuff that we haven't gotten. Oh yeah, also I should probably include like. Should I just add like a public to this? So like public. This one is the class definer, but it's just public, so there we go. Technically this does not need it as it's the class constructor, but oh, it doesn't matter really. This is still a problem. Why? I thought I fixed it. It's called window hints. Oh, that's because it doesn't contain the arguments. That's fine. There we go. And what else do we have? We have init mgui, but I'm not done with this one yet, so it shouldn't return anything, right? But let's see. Make current context window. It should be public void. That's about it. GUI has the color style, but that's about it. Fine. Does it have any public? Did I remember to add that? Yeah, okay. I think that's a better way. We also have the these are all static too. I should put static get first. Didn't do anything really. That to the documentation. We'll public static void. And then afterwards we have the parameters. That's it. These are static. Static. I wonder, is it possible to we'll go instead of specify static, specify static here. It is. The static constant. It just sounds a little better. And we're done now. Yeah, that's it for the time being. I think that marks it for the documentation. How long have I been? No, don't know. About 2 hours now. That's not bad. Look, I'm gonna go check something. I'm gonna go check. Alright, it seems that the audio still works, so that's good. We also need to specify the version, which is what we're meant to do in init GUI, which should be up here somewhere. They haven't actually specified anything. So on H we have after init GLAD we have void init. Let's go init GLAD. And that's all it does. So to initialize MGUI, we have to go over here in MGUI, and we have to go call what MGUI. GLFW underscore init for open this one has to be capitalized. There we go. And then we should have the I don't know what does this take. The window, we can already provide it with the window, and then afterwards and all we're gonna pass through is that we're gonna pass the window, and then that window should be defined. I'll just go. Oh yeah, okay, and then afterwards we'll take in the window as well. So we would need to specify the window. We would need go window to make sure that's valid. And after that we would need a underscore OpenGL 3 underscore init, which takes in a const char. Which is just the version that it wants to use. So yeah, let's see. It's still void, but we need some arguments for it. Here we go. Then afterwards. I assume that's what it means, but I don't actually remember. In this case, the underscore, actually, it says install callbacks. That's all really that we need. So in this case, that would be what? If you were to call it, it would be yeah, I gotta paste in the parameters here as well. It's over here. No, go back. There we go. Now I'm gonna go call it, and it should be. Oh yeah, that's what. Also, this should be reduced down to only this, and instead we should go. GLAD. This gives it should be renamed to init. GLAD, because that's what I think I wrote in the documentation. Right, that's what I wrote in the documentation. Yeah, init GLAD. Okay, good. Init GLAD. Then turn -1, and also we need some window hits as well now. The window hits. core profile. That should be it. Yeah, that should be all we really need to do for the time being. We'll get around to initializing OpenGL, so img. Yo, we need to pass through some arguments. The first one is Windows, so we just pass through window. Then afterwards true. Then afterwards this would be a hashtag 30 version. Yeah, no, hashtag version 30 in this case. We'll probably get some errors because no, everything runs as it should, so things are working. I guess the loader is not necessary for the thing to actually run normally. That's interesting. I assume you still need to include it here though, but it's interesting that you don't actually need the loader for this. So yeah. But that should be it for the time being. Alright, we haven't even gotten around to creating anything, but so we should also go implement these functions as well. So in our GUI, I want to go static void new frame, I think, correct? Yeah, that's all I want to do. So new frame, and it's just gonna be void. So inside here, we want to go. Where do I have the GUI? We have it up here. New frame, and all it is gonna do is it's gonna call these three functions again. GUI underscore OpenGL free new frame underscore GLFW underscore new frame, and then finally we want to call just GUI new frame. That's it. That will handle going to the next frame. So yeah, that should basically just be the window itself. That should set up pretty much everything, so we don't need to do anything else now. We're done. If it does fail, I'll just download an older version of ImGUI to use instead. Now we need to move on to the viewport actually, because we haven't done that one yet. The viewport would work very similarly, but yeah, we can look rewrite the documentation here as well. It would be under GUI though. These should say GUI, by the way. Since they're static, they can be called like this. GUI. And now we want to go on to the public static void GUI. What was the GUI? GUI. So what exactly do I want this to be equal to in this case? New frame. That's what it's called. Yeah, new frame. And it just wouldn't it be cool to make a low-level engine? Because all engines are high-level, but like make it as close to like OpenGL as possible. That would be pretty cool. There we go. Yeah. That should be it though. So now we can actually go back and work on the window again. Although in this case this is more like just creating the viewport. I would still say it's related to the window, so void create viewport, and it requires the and the other one is I don't actually remember, but just copy, go over here, go where the window is. Oh wait. Window. I know it has more parameters. I'm just going GL view. Yeah, GL viewport. What was it called again? GL viewport. Yeah, it's called GL viewport. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a function, you know. Oh yeah, it is. Problem is that it is. I don't know what parameters it uses. 0 GL int xy and height. Okay. So go let and go y, and then just go like this. Just go copy these parameters. Go up here. And go past x, y. And that's it. That should create the viewport for us. This I'll skip over because I think we'll use MGI for that. So afterwards we just need the while loop. So after we have called this, we'll go yeah, we could create the viewport before, and that probably makes more sense to do. After we initialize that, go window, create viewport, and just go what? I don't actually know what GL viewport exactly does. GLAD. GL viewport, here we go. So I'm assuming this is referring to the position, right? So if I change it to, let's say, I don't know, should appear a bit above it. One failed. Let's just give this a 0. GL viewport, none. Oh, I forgot to make it static. That's why. It has to be. What do you mean? This being referenced by? Wow. No. Public void viewport GLFW X GLFW height. And it also suffers that I'll deal with later. Not right now. Cubic. It's not static, so we'll need to dot in this case for it to work properly. What the fuck? We need to use window for this to work. But this should just apply like an offset or something like that. Right? That's it. It exits with 0, so Windows should appear. In reality, it's not. So I'm a bit confused now, but let's see. Is there something that I'm doing wrong here? If it works, it should not return 0. In the functions linked to each other, there would be an error about that. So we create the window here with the width and height that we pass through. That works. Oh, we don't have a window loop. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I will switch because we don't have a window loop. We should go while. And inside here we should have a header for it. And in this case, I'm pretty confident that it would be close. And in this case, we can just go over here. Window close, and all this will return is should window close. What? Oh, it takes the window. Well, that's fine. Window dot window. Easy. This. Fine. This is a GLFW window, so I don't know why it's still throwing an error. This returns an int, so we need to return an int actually. Go back here, go int. There we go. And now here we should call okay, just going off this, we go public void should close, and this just it. Actually, it's public get. Should be the should be the condition used by the window loop. There we go. That's all it should be. Should be that's all. And then we also need public, let's just history public void swap buffers window buffers window loop. Is this in the window loop? And then there's also a void that's all it is. The window loop, and that's it. So finally we can actually start working on something soon. We should also add the AA. No. Go cubic terminate GLFW. It's not part of. I'll do this. There we go. Okay, nice. So we should have a show window close, and then inside here, I'll just go create a couple of more functions. Void buffers, which just calls this will call outputs void window so we just call GLFW pull events. That's all it is. There we go. Swap buffers requires the window. We'll just pass through the window as a reference. Don't worry, once I create it in here, it'll work. Void. It's oh yeah, it has to be an integer. That's why. Void swap buffers. Void pull events, and that's it. Yeah. There we go. And this handles and so and this right here. This try and this. This. Try. And that's it. That is so far pretty commented out. Keyboard. And there's GLAD. Try. Window. That is the window loop. That's all it is really. And that's all. That's it really, I think. So yeah. Everything has been commented out. And if everything works accordingly, we should now be able to launch it, and it should create the window. Okay, no window was created. I assume it's because I forgot to do the needed things, such as go window.swap buffers and window.pull events. And oh no, shit, something is not working here. I'm gonna turn this to 0 for the time being. We'll figure out what it is later. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, but window should close is always true. That was a bit confusing. Okay, so first we initialize GLFW, then we, oh, I think I know why we need to, no, yeah, then we do the window ends. Okay, let's do it based on what the source code says. Yeah, source code, we can work with this for later. I won't have it in live for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Alright. So first we initialize the window GL. Then we define if app. Well, I guess we could just do it here as well, honestly. Instead of having to do it right at the start of the program. Instead, we can just do it here. That does make a lot of sense. So where is it? We have it. It's down at the bottom, right here. Instead, just get this. And then we don't need to worry much about that. Then we can delete all of this, and we don't even have to be worried about I wonder, did I add that to the documentation at all? It doesn't look like I did. No, I did not. Okay, good. So then afterwards we create the window. We do that here as well. We create the window. We check if it's null. It doesn't return minus once it clearly exists. Then we make it the current context. Then we load GLAD. Then we create the viewport. In this case, it does not create the viewport here for some reason. I don't know why, but oh wait, it does it here. This, I guess, allows you to set the viewport size. But yeah, it's called right here. That's it. It just set frame buffer size callback, so I assume that it handles that. But normally you would probably just do it there. Then afterwards, we get GLFW window should close. You can process input here. And then at the end, we do those two things. So it's kind of strange why it does not work. I assume it's probably something to do with OpenGL right now. With MGUI. But there's no easy way of testing without removing all the functionality. So maybe I should just make a multi-line comment and comment all of this out right here. This will give us a good indication of. Actually, we don't need to do that. I think we can. Another way of checking this is to go in. Let's go through the source code. So if we first initialize GLAD, we do that this way, and it does it the same way. So nothing too surprising here. Window hints works that way. The works the same way. This we already figured out. This. When it comes to initializing MGUI, I think that is correct, right? So yeah. For GLFW, so let's just start from the start. We initialize this there. Check if it failed or not. Afterwards, we handle window hints. Everything is correct. Free and the core profile. And there's the app hole thing. Then afterwards, we create the window, which we do here as well. All the way up here, we create the window. We check if it's null. In this case, 0 would be null, so yeah, 0 is equal to null by default. If it is, then we set it to null, pointer, and then we do this. Now this way we can check if it's equal to that or not. So yeah. Then afterwards we make the context current, and then we go and in this case we create the viewport like this. So we create the viewport. So yeah. So this creates the OpenGL viewport. Afterwards we load GLAD, and everything looks fine here. And then afterwards we handle that. Should we create the viewport before we load GLAD? I guess we could try doing that. No, but in this case it would be it would require that to do such things, right? We scroll up, you would create the viewport first, right? No, you initialize GLAD first, and then you create the viewport. Okay. It might have something to do with OpenGL, so if we don't initialize OpenGL at all, No, I'm MGLI. That might work. Because it's not using MGLI. But no. Let me do some research on this. So this is a bit strange, but we don't need to use Really? I have to download more software to test if it works. I mean, oh yeah, I already know that. I already have it installed. I don't think that's necessary. I didn't check that long ago what version I was using, so yeah, it should be fine. I could run some diagnostics really quickly in my main to determine if that's the problem. In this case, we can just go static GLF error, GLF callback. Callback GLFW error and call it a day. That should tell me what's going on in case anything happens. GLF error is undefined. How is it undefined? Oh, I have to create a bug. That's right. There we go. Should be defined now. Oh wait, nothing happens. Wait. Signal was exited with code -1, but nothing was printed to the console. So it exited with code -1, and yet here it says exited Oh no, it says X with this. Okay, great. So somewhere there's an error here. It doesn't print an error message, so why does it not print an error message? It prints an error message everywhere. I made sure of that. Does it fail? It fails to create a window somewhere. In this case, okay, every place where it can fail, it will always fail to create an error somewhere. And the thing is, it doesn't throw any errors or anything. Once it's done, it just randomly decides, hey, I'm not gonna run anymore. And it didn't get any error messages printed to the console, so yeah, I guess it could be broken. Let's go std see out. I'm just gonna test something real quickly. Can I like rebuild the solution? Okay, it succeeded with that, so it's a bit strange. It exits with code -1, so yeah, it does not seem to print anything to the console though, which is the strangest part. Window is called, and nothing is printed to the console. So it successfully built the project. It's just when you run it, it fails, which is very confusing. But I guess we can do research about that. Alright, that might have been why. Let's run it. Nope, no A being printed. That is fucking annoying. Why wouldn't you just print the A? Something is not working here. Problem is I don't get anything printed to the console, so yeah. What? Oh, this one's easy. The thing is that it probably does. Thing is, if it failed to create the window, it would print something, but in this case, it's unable to print something to the console because it's not working. Who the fuck made this shit? Who made this? This is the C++ file. It should include IO stream and list right here. And it's not using any kind of MGUI right now, so that couldn't be the problem. Alright, I forgot. Let's go on this. Okay, it does print that to the console, but it does not work in functions. Let's figure out why. So it's unable to print anything, which is a problem right now. It means that it also cannot determine if the no, it is being called here. See, so yeah, it's kind of strange that it's not working. So it could be a problem with the GLFW library, but in this case it's unable to print anything, so it might be the project itself that's broken. Well, the only way to really figure it is to start replacing code with with actual code. So in this case, what we've managed to determine so far is that it's unable to print anything to the console, which is not good. Like, this does not work, even though it should do. Oh, it's using the O stream for this, not the I stream. It's the IO stream, but it says O stream. Yeah, std O stream. Okay. So, yeah, this is definitely something new. I've never run into issues like this before when a window was not launched, but we can rule out that, it's probably not MGI, but just in case I would need to, do certain no longer loads. Which is very easy to do, just do this right there. Although it would require much more work over here to do. But actually no, not really. Just go like this. Scroll all the way down till we get to here. And wherever it initializes go. This prevents any kind of code from being loaded by accident. And make sure that everything else stays functioning, so we can go in and comment out these lines of code. Also comment this out. Then go here and comment out this. if it works now, we know it's MGI, but I highly doubt it is MGI that's causing the problems. Yeah, it's still not working. So we determined that MGI is not the reason, meaning at this point, it's hard to really tell what's causing the problems. But what we can do is that we can start replacing code like this with other code. So if this works, then we know it's something to do with that function. This is the cool thing that you can do. So instead of calling this, we can just replace it with this and go cubic like that. Then go GLFW window, and then afterwards just check if window is equal to 0. Very straightforward. Then afterwards we'll just go GLFW window. This also needs to be a pointer for it to work properly. And here we go, window create. This can just become GL viewport. Pretty much everything relies on this, so we're replacing most of the code here. But this is the fastest way to debug any fucking code, and when it comes to this is what I've learned. Should window close, and we just go back to the window, and here we're just gonna go do the same thing. GLFW swap buffers, GLFW swap buffers, window. Here we go. So this is what we got so far. Yeah. It could be something wrong with GLAD or GLFW. As I mentioned, I have known that building GLFW with maybe there's an issue with it. Because I think it's designed to be built with 2019, which would mean that I would have to. I think I don't have it installed at the moment, so available. I don't have any, but I think I do have Visual Studio 2019 installed. No, I don't. Okay. I would need to install Visual Studio 2019 because I have heard that it does not always work well if you don't build it with Visual Studio 2019. Wait. Wait a minute, what? No, I meant Visual Studio 2019. Here we. Fuck, no, I don't want to do that. Take me to like the download page of Visual Studio 2019. Yeah, here we go. 2019 download. Come on, man, I really have to type in an email. Thank God I'm signed in, so it doesn't matter. Oh, this might take a while because I don't actually remember the password. Don't save my password. Yeah, just keep me signed in. There we go. I'll continue. It should allow me to install Visual Studio 2019. Here we go. Mainly desktop development with C++, that's it, I think. Also that one probably too. It should be it though, so just install this. I don't even know why the fuck it installed it to. Save your work before continuing. Try. Continue. Don't worry, I already did save it, so now we're just waiting for it to finish installing. It's about 10 gigabytes, I'll delete it later, but we can rebuild GLFW. Let's go clear that out. GLFW. Because I've heard that GLFW does not respond well when you does not like when you build it with Visual Studio 2022. I've heard there's some issues with it, so rebuilding it without Visual Studio 2002 makes a lot of sense. By using Visual Studio 2019 makes sense, so yeah. So let's just go, here we go, GLFW. I will go open up CMake again. Browse for the source, documentation. No, my C drive, GLFW. The build folder, just go and click build. Select that right now. Let's go configure for Visual Studio 2019 instead. Project files may be invalid. Does it really use that now? How the fuck are they invalid? Oh, it could not find it, that's why. Okay, sorry, I have to wait till it installs, so I just click it really quickly. Yes, then we'll rebuild it once it finds it. Once it's finished installing, it should find the correct version. But yeah, I'll go. I will have to go. So yeah. Okay, let's see, does this fucking shit work? Or do I need to do more work for it to work? I hope it doesn't ask me to restart. Or else I'll fucking kill this shit. I'll have to turn off stream and restart. It probably will though, but I won't. I mean, I can't really when I'm live, but I might just spend some time figuring this out while I'm not being live, and then come back to you all once I have figured out what the problem is. Cleaning up. Okay, it does not need to restart, so that's at least good. Well, now you can't argue. Now you can't say that you can't find a version of it. There we go. It's generating it now. Detecting C compiler. Oh, it's in light mode. Configured, generate. There we go. This should work if I'm not wrong. Right click, open with Visual Studio 2019. I'll really quickly build it because it's in light mode. I don't want to burn my eyes. So I'll just quickly build it, drag it in, and try again. Right click, build solution. And then after that, I'll open up the folder. Oh, thank God, it's dark mode now. What is the files? Here we go. Because I am aware that it has some, it at least has some issues on using Visual Studio 2022 from what I've heard. So yeah, anyways, let's see. GLFW build source debug. Here we go. Copy. And now go back here. Go Quick Engine live and include it there. That's probably the only reason why I'll ever have Visual Studio 2019 installed. No, not GLFW. I don't want to rebuild it again. Cubic Engine. Go leave. So now we might have some more luck with getting it up and running. No. It doesn't print anything to the console. You know you're broken fucking Visual Studio, man. This fucking shit sucks. I have no clue what's wrong. One of these functions here is being called. I don't know what's even wrong. I guess I could put in like an std thing, AC out to determine what's wrong, but still, like, does it go this far down to execute? Does it print A? No, I'm assuming that it never even reaches. That it never even reaches past initializing GLFW. But wait a minute. Wait. This is when I create the window. God damn it! It probably fails to initialize GLFW. Oh, have I just been an idiot this entire time? Oh, please don't tell me. Was this such a waste of time just to be told? No, but it does not print this out, so it's like, what the fuck? Does it at least get to... Yes! Finally something useful. Okay, so this returns -1. Nothing is printed here. Nothing is printed. But it prints A here. But that does not mean anything. Okay, so we know that it successfully initializes here. Okay, good. Let's see main. Does it get past initializing the window? That's the good question. The answer is no. So it probably fails to initialize It probably fails to initialize GLFW, but nothing is printed for that reason. Yeah, so it seems as if this is what's happening. Yeah, it prints A. Why the fuck it's not print? Hang on a minute. Yeah. Why the fuck it's not printing this is a good question. I have no idea, but it's not. I'm so confused at why it's not printing that. It should be printing it, but it's not printing it. And I'm just that confused. Anyways, we can now figure out GLFW. Now we know what the issue is. So it could be that Windows does not support this version. We could go with an older version if we want to. So yeah, maybe it does not support the latest GLFW version. So maybe we should downgrade to like an older version. That could be the case. But let's instead go with a the problem is this was the version that I was using before, so it should definitely be supported. But maybe downgrading to an older version makes more sense. Where you find the GitHub, we can find it on GitHub. Maybe if we downgrade to a older version like 3.3.2. Here we go. Which is the version that everybody else is using pretty much. They're using this in the tutorials, but it's quite old. It's 4 years old almost. It's 4 years old now, so in reality, I don't think that is the reason, but you know, we can try to compile this. Just give me a second. And see if it works, and then we can figure out what version actually is supported. Because the latest one probably is not. It could be a different problem. We'll figure out now. I'll keep the other one elsewhere to see if it successfully initializes. But let's open up CMake really quickly. Browse Windows. That is interesting. GLFW. Browse build, and just select this folder. Configure Visual Studio 2019. Configure, generate, and close. And to the build, go and click open with Visual Studio 2019, and then just wait for it to boot up. That's fucking annoying, man. Build solution. There we go, it's building now. Damn, I think I've been live for like, what, how long now? 3 hours? This is the longest I've been live ever. Actually, that's not true. I've been live 8 hours at some point. So, it succeeded. Let's now try this version to see if it works. Sadly, the callback does not actually work. Funny enough, the callback does not work. I have a callback here. Nothing happens. It's like it does not work at all. Yeah, the GLFW callback does not actually work. I don't know why, but yeah, let's try this version. Let's see what we get. So we know that it's with GLFW. Let me see. Go back. Go. Source. Debug. Copy this. Go. Back in here. I'm really quickly gonna go into my C++ projects. Then, before I'm gonna include it, I'm quickly gonna go inside here, and I'm gonna go the 3.3. That's fine. I just need somewhere to store it, so I can test this version of it to see if it works better. Let's try. I might have to rebuild the solution. Okay, it prints A2. It seems as if there's something wrong, but let me try rebuilding the solution. Maybe that'll work better. Okay, nothing happens. It's still broken, so it's probably not version wise, because I have used that version before and it worked just fine. So it's not something to do with the version, but it's something that makes GLFW completely unable to work. So that's a bit strange, but alright. Let me just go drag this into the lib again. Because now we've determined the latest version is not the problem. So why it's failing to initialize is a good question. The thing is, the linker doesn't throw any errors, so it's very confusing. Why? Because the linker throws 0 errors, so it's not a link. It's not a linker issue. Let's figure this out. I don't know. Maybe it was changed at some point. Error handling, the callback. GLFW set callback, int constr. That is literally what I'm using. So maybe it doesn't have to be a static. Maybe just make it void. This might give me some more info into what's going on. Nope, still just prints A. And it's so fucking unhelpful. I'm gonna try rebuilding the project again. Let's try running it. No luck. It's still completely broken. This does not work. It does not print anything. I don't need this code to be open right now. Let's see. An error code, description, GLFW set error callback. And this is GLFW set error callback, so it's not even that it's causing any problems. Oh shit! It's the entire GLFW library that's not working. It has to be the file. Um, so why it's not working is a good question. Um, uh, what? The entire thing does not work. Uh, this is stupid. I guess it has to be but this is error callback. Wait a minute. Alright. I have no fucking clue at this point. Oh. Wait a minute. Is it because I have it installed with MGB? Is that why? I mean, I can uninstall it. So yeah. I guess having multiple versions installed, it just can't do that. Fuck. This is so fucking confusing, man. Why can't I handle that, though? Well, it's unable to initialize it. Where do I have the, file? Where do I have emphasis? Uninstall. Package management, there we go. Okay, here we go, found something. Substitute, see, go right click, paste, then go. Come on. What was it called? GLFW. This is the correct version right here. I should uninstall the current version. Yes. There we go. But I don't think that is the problem, because still, despite that, there's no error message. Yeah, nothing. It's very confusing to me because I've set the error callback and yet nothing happens. So I'm just really confused, you know? I have no fucking clue why this is not working. And the thing is, the same thing I can do if I just initialize it the normal way. W init, like this way, same issue. So like it's a bit. It didn't return A. This shit sucks. What? Okay. Then in that case, this must be the problem here. The way to init GLAD is to go do this. Problem is, it doesn't print shit, so I can't tell anything. It's completely broken, but this is the other way to initialize it. Just comment out this code real quickly. And instead replace it with this. It does work. Let's see. Yeah, the window finally appeared. Interesting, but then it crashes immediately. So there's something wrong with the library, because the window now works, but and then exited with code 02. Oh wait, I have to go like this. Also won't stay open. Okay, we can start debugging the issue now. If I go and I change this to the one that we use, then it stops working. Okay, it seems as if initializing it from a different file causes it to stop working. Even though these two files are in the same directory, so it doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm really confused about this, you know? We got all of these header files here, uh, you know? I don't actually have the header files included, so that could be why. Add existing item. Maybe if I include them in a project it'll work, but I don't think so. I've never needed to do that before, so yeah. I have them here for MGI, but that's it. Those shit just compile fine, and they do. So initializing GLFW from a different file causes a weird problem. Uh, okay, this is fucking impossible to figure out, man. Who came up with this shit? Like, what? Initializing it from a fucking other script does not work. This is really confusing me. It really should work fine, but it doesn't default. Funny thing is that nothing works. It doesn't print anything or anything. I mean, it's clearly something that does not work in the file. See, in Visual Studio Code, this worked just fine, but now it does not anymore. This is really fucking strange. How the fuck can this not work? Oh well, yeah. Uh, Pause, it doesn't give me the exact error because the fucking error message just. Can't even check if it's being called. It's just so weird. Hey, DuckDuckGo is fucked again. It's like my internet connection. Fucking god. Oh. Ah. Oh my god. Okay. It's just the initial stuff that does not work for some reason. I can't even check if the callback function is being called. That's the problem, because it won't let me. Microsoft's compiler for C++ fucking shit. It's garbage. This code would have worked fine in any other fucking compiler, but no, Microsoft had to go in and fuck up everything again. Just, why won't you work? The error callback to the function exists. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's GLFW. Okay, you know what? I've been live for about 4 hours now, and I've not figured out. I think I'm gonna leave, come back like at some point later today when I figure it out, and continue to work on it. So, yeah.